here! Welcome back, everyone, to another signature DM Chronicles one-shot. I have three wonderful guests here today, so we'll go ahead and go through introductions. James, if you would like to go first.
Hello, my name is James. I am a player of the dungeons, also a DM often. I run a stream called Dragon Wheels. It's Dragon Wheels 00 because apparently Dragon Wheels was already taken. So I put two zeros to look like wheels. If you follow us, we do kind of different one-shots, not D&D related, but like a lot of times it's just one-page one-shots or random other games. And also we run a weekly campaign, which we've just started today, set in the Retroverse. So it's just lots of kind of 80s, 90s and noughties references to things in bizarre kind of a bizarre supplement rules to the D&D rules. It's just starting out really fun if you enjoy the film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Awesome. And if you want to introduce your character too as well.
Yes, I'd love to introduce my character. My character is called Marco Calabresi. He is a turtle who was brought up to be a monk. He's very zen, but has a bit of a penchant for junk food, especially the turtle delicacy of pizza, which he really enjoys, as well as skateboarding.
Awesome. Can't imagine where the inspiration for that came from. But sounds like an amazing character, and
I think I just came up with it. Just came
very
up with
creative.
it in a dream.
You're very
Thank you.
creative and original, James.
Thank you. I've been watching a lot of children's TV recently as well.
Raised by a dire rat.
He was, yeah. Oh yeah, I spoke to Jonesy about this before.
Oh right, of course.
He knew
yeah.
that.
Yeah, did a little brainstorming session with him. But anyway, thanks for returning, James. It's always a pleasure to have you. Up next, we have Brandon.
Hi, I've been on the stream before, just like James. I don't got much going on, really. I'm not working today, so I'm here.
Do you have any siblings?
You know what? Gligs is my sibling.
Marco does have 4 siblings, but he doesn't talk to them.
Aw. That's a shame.
Didn't get on with them. Not a lot in common.
I can't wait to see you in action.
I can't wait to see me in action.
Yeah.
But Brandon, let's talk about your character for a moment.
Okay. I'm doing an Aasimar warlock. Spoilers, they are a fallen Aasimar. And I kind of based their background on like Zariel, how she was like a big archangel and then like went to hell to fight like demons and fell from grace. So that's the thing with him. He's just vibing, on Earth.
It sounds like you put a lot of kind of
plane.
thought and a lot of thought into their backstory.
And the abilities they have,
Yeah, you put a lot of effort into that. I can't wait to see you play that. That would be really interesting.
I know. He's packed to the chain, so he can like pull stuff from Zariel's army to like serve him as like servants via familiars. Mainly an imp, but
And it's Satoban? Is that how you say it?
Satoban, yeah.
Satoban? Okay, got it. Awesome. Well, thank you. And welcome back. And last but certainly not least, we have a new guest here in the show tonight. Noni, if you'd like to introduce yourself and your character.
Hello, I am Noni. I am a spooky nerd, and I am also an Edinburgh-based theater maker. I do actually have some things that I want to plug real quick, because so obviously because lovely Nicholas Surgeon of the SMP, who is doing a very good job with the coronavirus lockdowns. I'm not criticizing her, but because of the restrictions, there's not much theater going on. However, because I am a spooky nerd, I am doing some spooky nerd stuff. I'm giving a talk this weekend as part of the Rural Gothic Queer Horror series of lectures. I'm going to post the link in the chat in just a wee second. it is a full weekend of lectures, of which I am talking about queer readings of a H.P. Lovecraft short stories. So how you can read his short stories as either internalized homophobia or coming to terms with your own queer identity, which I love because Lovecraft would have hated it. You can also find me on Twitter talking about that, and also talking about my cat who has decided to fuck off of the camera because he knows he's cute and he's gonna ration that shit. Yeah, so he's off there, and I also started making TikToks primarily of the cat. So I'm gonna post those links just into the chat just now. But yeah, it's the talks that I'm doing. It's £10 for the whole weekend, and you also get video recordings because I know that a lot of your viewers will probably be American and thus will not be awake for the majority of the later ones. But a lot of them are super interesting. My one is, honest to God, probably going to be the worst, but someone's talking about Alice Isn't Dead, and I'm so hyped. Anyway, I am going to be playing Shifra Kalain, who is a Tabaxi warlock who made a pact with the Sealy court in order to gain information about where to find cool magical things. To gain the skills to find cool magical things in exchange for the information of where said cool magical things are. That is my character.
Well, thanks so much. And once again, welcome to your first DM Chronicles stream. Make sure that everyone in the chat show her some love because she really pulled in for me, came in last minute when I had some very late cancellations with some other players. So I really appreciate you coming on.
Also, I do thrive off of attention. So if you give me enough attention and love, I will just wither and die.
Yeah. And also, on a side note, before we get started with our one-shot tonight, thank you, Melojello, for the subscription. Oh, wow. Also, thank you, Zora, for the gift sub to James. Congratulations, James, you're now subscribed to the channel.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh my god. Marionette, thank you for the subscription. This is the first time I've ever seen a hype train on the channel, so that's a thing that's happening now.
Whoop, whoop. That's hype train.
So,
All aboard.
I don't know what subscriptions mean, but I'm really excited for y'all.
People are being very nice and sending me money. So it's awesome. Thanks to all of you.
Nice.
I really appreciate you. And welcome to the channel. It really means a lot. I know, you were right. It's popping off and we haven't even gotten started yet.
This is what happens when you get attractive Scottish people on the show.
Absolutely.
Wait, who are you talking about?
It was you. And the cat.
Yeah, no, it's mainly the cat.
The cat helps.
Once he gets attention hoary again, we'll bring him on.
Alright, well, thanks again to everyone in the chat. Your support means the world to me. And with that, let's get started with our one-shot tonight. I'm really excited for this one. So we're gonna have some cool stuff happening. As you can tell, James is absolutely thrilled. I think he's still sour over the Bone Knight from last week.
Oh, I'm sure whatever we do today will, sweeten up that sourness, Bravin.
Absolutely. Oh my god. Thank you again, Zora, for the bits.
Hey, you leveled up the hype train.
You did. Thank you. Hype train popping off. Okay, now we need to get started with this one shot. So, let's get started with that. So, the three of you are the party that we have for tonight. Just to set the scene of how we're going to start off with this one shot. So, you start off either like waking up or coming to consciousness in a dark stone, presumably underground room that's wet and damp. You're all three sitting on the floor, back to back to back, and your hands have been bound together. Not together to each other, but like your hands are bound behind your back with rope. And you've also been stripped of all your equipment, which is currently sitting in a pile in the corner of the room. So it's not gone, you just have to get to it.
Very much biting my lip right now for all the pervy jokes I could make. I don't know what the age rating on your stream is, so I'm just gonna.
In fairness, Marco often wakes up in cold, damp underground places because he lived in a sewer for quite some time.
Of course.
Wonderful. This is just your environment.
Isn't
Yeah, so
it?
the three of you are here. Aside from what I've already mentioned, let me see. Actually, let me go ahead and ask, out of the three of you, who has dark vision?
I don't think turtles do have dark vision.
Tabaxis
sure.
have dark vision, don't they, James?
They do. They
They do, okay.
definitely do.
Cool, thanks.
Do Asimar?
Their divine light cuts through darkness.
They're still alien. It's
Nice.
still over there.
No, turtles can't see in the dark.
Okay, so Marco, you can't see very well. To the other two of you, like I said, you can see all of your equipment and just in a big pile, so it was just kind of thrown there in the corner of the room. Other than that, there's a wooden table with a candlestick on it. The candle's not currently lit. And there's a wooden door, just a single door that seems like it's the only way out of the room.
So you said our hands were bound.
Yes.
Are they bound? Sorry, are they bound to anything?
No, just to each other.
About-
It's just basically rope was tied around your wrists.
Okay, in front or behind?
Behind.
Has Marco met these two before?
That's up to you guys.
And we're bound to each other as well as our
Nope.
wrists.
Nope, you're not bound to each other. So, and your ankles or anything like that aren't bound, so you can stand up and walk around, but your hands are bound.
Cool. In that case,
I would like to do a thing I saw in the Silent Hill movie. I would like to try and maneuver my bound wrists underneath my butt and through my feet.
I was also gonna say the exact same thing, but I was gonna do it in a more kind of cool ninja way.
Whereas I physically demonstrated what I intended to do.
Right.
I'm not a cool ninja, so
I understand. Since there's not a flexibility check, I'll just say, can you guys roll for acrobatics?
acrobatics.
Yeah.
So,
17.
right here, that, 'cause I'm trying to roll this. I also got a 17.
All right. Yeah, that's
High
definitely
five.
enough. So you two are both able to get your hands underneath your feet and get your hands out in front of you, still bound together.
And is there any means with which to light the candle so that poor Mr. Marco can see?
So if you go over to the table, you can see with your dark vision there are two objects on the table that you couldn't see from where you were sitting before. There is a sheet of paper that you can't read in the dark, and there is a match.
I would like to strike the match and light the candle.
Okay. So the candle's not super bright, but it does provide a little bit of dim light throughout the room. So Marco, you're not completely blind anymore.
Oh, there's some people in here. Hey, dudes.
Oh,
I think
hello.
that does have a shell.
Would you mind
I do have a
unbinding
shell.
my hands? I'm not as flexible as you two.
Oh yeah, I'm
sure.
going to go over and untie. Sorry, Brandon. What's your character name again?
Shoot.
Sadaban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I walk over to our equipment in the middle and get my what was it's like a ninjutsu, which is like a short sword, and kind of slice the I try and like maneuver it so I can slice out the ropes.
Yeah, so, Sifra, you untie Sedabin's hands, and Marco gets his short sword and slices the rope to free himself.
And then I walk over to try and cut this lady this cat lady who I've just seen for the first time, and go, hey, what's your name?
Sifra.
Nice. I cut off her hands.
That's offer.
While I'm in the middle of very, very carefully untying Shadowban's knots, and you just go.
I'll wait till you finished his, and then I'll cut yours open.
Hold on, Marco. Can
There's
you
like force over ignorance here.
can you roll to disarm?
What do I need to roll?
No, I'm joking. You don't need.
I mean, I rolled really well, so.
Well, wait, hold on. Are you actually trying to cut off her hands?
No. I'm trying to, very quickly but expertly slice through the ropes without
okay. What did you
touching
roll?
her.
Since you did roll.
I rolled a 17, but if it's like an attack action, I guess, that would be 24.
24, yeah. So, with a clean swipe, you go straight down, and then the rope just sort of like split, cut. It doesn't even fray as it falls from her hands. Very impressive.
Thank you, God. I got a feeling that God's really impressed.
Having my hands free, I'll reach over to Marco and I'll like ask if he minds as I lay my hand on his sword, and I'll cast the light cantrip so that it glows
Aye.
Okay.
Whoa.
for him. So it's sort of like a torch and a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's
I like
bright light
this.
for 20 feet and dim light for 20 feet beyond that 20 feet.
All right, yeah. So that's
Cool.
much brighter than the candle that was lit. So now you can see really well in this room.
Cool.
All
In that
over.
case, I'm going to start looking around. So it's just a door, a table with a candle on it, and was something else on the table?
Yeah, there was a piece of paper, and I think it's safe to assume you guys collect your equipment.
Yeah, I mean, I basically
Yeah.
just have a sword
Okay.
and a mask which I put on over my eyes.
Cool.
It's green. In case anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I already knew that, but
I know.
good for everyone else to know.
Yeah. It's just because I follow the way of mercy, which means they have to wear a mask. That's why, in case anyone watching is interested. And then I'm going to go and try and look at what's on this bit of paper.
Okay. So before we do that, tell me what languages do you know?
Good question. I speak Common.
Mm-hmm.
And
All right. So, most of the note is written in Common, so you're able to read it. The speech. So I'll go ahead and tell you what the note says. So it starts with Trial 37 as like the header. And the note reads, I've made a breakthrough. Well, sort of. The conduction went smoothly and seems to be holding stable. Oddly enough, the process seems to be most effective when more than 2 subjects are used. There's still the numbness issue as well. And it sort of trails off. And at the bottom, there is what appears to be a sign. But it is in characters that you do not recognize, so you cannot read it.
hey, can you guys read this? And
I speak Common and Sylvan.
Okay, it is not Sylvan, so you do not recognize it either.
I show it
Sorry.
to. What? Sorry. What was your name?
Sodoban.
Sudderban. Do you speak this language? I show him the bit of paper.
I speak Common, Celestial, and Abyssal.
It's not abyssal.
So it's not abyssal, but so wait, with abyssal, can you speak? Can you read and write it as well? Okay, then yeah, you can understand it. It's actually infernal, but abyssal uses the same like written characters when it comes to like writing as infernal.
Okay.
So which I actually just found out when I was doing a little bit of research earlier today. So I'm glad that I knew that.
You look super smart then, Bravin. Well done.
Thank you. So there's a name. It's a name that is signed at the bottom, and it is Bith Toth with an apostrophe in the middle. Spelled
Have you ever encountered that name before? Or is it just a completely new abyssal name?
It's not like the name of anyone significant that you've heard of before.
I'm really hungry. Is there any food around?
Not. I mean, unless there was food in your guys' equipment.
No, I prefer my Pizza Hut.
Oh,
Cool.
I want to share a fun fact about the Aeneid right now.
Is the door open, by the way?
The door is not open.
As in, like, is it unlocked?
Oh, would you like to try to open it?
Yeah.
Alright, it opens. It's just a simple wooden door. It looks like it
Okay.
leads into another, like, stone room, similar to the one that you're in now.
I turned back to them both and go, I solved the door puzzle.
Great job.
Mm-hmm.
Lead the way.
And I lead the way.
Given that we've just come from the Lasers and Liches game, I am finding it so hard to stop the metagaming that I was getting used to before.
Yeah. No metagaming here.
Everything in me is like, this is a bad idea, but I fully, she fully just follows him through.
Alright, so the three of you go into the next room.
This is a kind of martial artsy pose.
Okay. So since you're leading with your sword, you can see very well as you go in. The next room... Let's see... So in the next room, it's about as barren as the one you just came out of. It has a couple features. First of all, this room has 2 wooden doors in it. There's another one straight ahead, and then there's one to the right. Additionally, there is what appears to be some kind of red, semi-transparent crystal that was planted on the ceiling.
On the ceiling?
Yes.
And this crystal, it's not giving off its own light, is it?
It's giving off a very faint glow. And after you guys spend a few moments in the room, it begins to suddenly get very brighter and brighter until it has completely blinded your guys' vision.
Ooh, that's not good.
I
Uh-oh.
very quickly do a flurry of blows.
Alright, what are you targeting?
Just nothing. I just want to see if I can do it. No, that's fine.
Alright, so, it's sort of like you guys were flashbanged.
Oh,
Your...
what?
or like the effect of it.
Oh,
so...
flashbangs means something else in my mind. Sorry.
Oh. don't give people ideas. People are already taking the name of the stream and running with it. I don't need it to get any worse.
Well then I was the wrong person to get to fill in here
Yeah.
because all my jokes were either terrible puns or sex jokes.
I got confused. I'm not ashamed to admit to this. I got confused between flashbanged and fingerbanged. Okay, I'm sorry.
Alright, that's totally fine. It's totally fine. R-rated is okay. X-rated, let's try to limit that.
If there's any kids on
That'll
here,
get
a
me banned.
finger bang, it's okay. I won't tell them.
No,
Finger banging is when they throw a grenade in before they go into a room and it goes poof.
I think it's a flashbang.
That's flashbang. Damn it.
This is it.
Very
It's just
Is this the right time to say I once developed a sex ed quiz that included sex shit for like primary schoolers?
Oh.
Let's not go down this road.
I
So-
thought it was really good.
Continuing on. After a minute, your vision starts to return. And the three of you very quickly realize that you have swapped bodies.
who do I see in my vision?
Alright, so Sadavan, you see yourself and Sifra.
That means I'm in Marco's body.
Mm-hmm.
No. What? No, that means Brandon is in Marco's body.
Oh shit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that means I'm Sifra.
Yeah, so you have become Sifra, and Sifra has become Sadavan.
I'm glad I helped you with this character earlier on.
Brilliant. You have complete access to this character sheet.
I'm gonna go have a little look at that right now.
I'll just be standing there swinging the glowing sword, trying to like cast light again on something else. Since it's like my racial thing, I'm trying to do things I could do before.
Mhm.
Just looking around the room.
So I should be able to.
So, can I just ask, do we have to do each other's accents?
You can. I can say that you guys keep your original voices. It's just coming out of the new body that you're in, and you'll retain your personalities as well.
James, if you try a Scottish accent and get it bad the next time I see you, I will deck you. Okay?
In fairness,
I will absolutely fucking beam you in the head, right?
In fairness, Nonny, your Scottish accent isn't that great either.
Okay, but at least I have some understanding of the concept of Scots, all right?
I apologize.
I will.
Right.
I will absolutely fucking deck you. I'll bash your fucking head in. I swear on my mom's grave. All right. I will
for those of
actually
you-
fucking kill you.
For those of you watching the stream who aren't familiar with Scottish people, this is kind of this is how people show affection in Scotland.
Oh yeah, it's fully through aggression.
If we were in person, we'd be having sex shortly afterwards.
Yeah. Basically, if I call James a cunt, it's a term of endearment. Right.
Good.
I'm just saying.
Let's see. So, since you two already have access to each other's info,
I've
James,
already got her info.
Okay. Well, if I send you the stuff for Shadowban, since I don't
James,
have...
could you just send it to me on WhatsApp just because I'm on my phone, so I can't really.
Absolutely, I can do this. Are you sending it on Discord, Bravin?
Yeah, is that okay?
Okay, I see.
Yeah, of course. This is the best part of, I think, most Twitch streams is the admin section, and then the 5 minutes of silence where we read each other's character sheets.
I mean, I'm only going to read it as and when I need it. Like, I barely understand the character sheets for the characters I play in campaigns. Okay, when I level up, I go to the DM like, I need to level up.
So, without giving you guys a chance to recover, let's pick up where we left off. As your sight regains, like I said, you see that you have swapped bodies, and the red crystal on the ceiling has shattered, leaving little pieces all over the floor.
Oh.
So I can see myself and a turtle.
Yes.
Right. And suddenly I have wings? Do Asmar have wings?
No, they can grow them, but that's a kind of
Okay.
a one-time thing.
If you would like to have wings.
Your wings are a little different than wings. If you choose to do that.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna be kind of staring down at myself, like, cause was Sadaban like was Sadaban a dude? I didn't check.
Yeah.
I didn't check.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm looking down because 30 seconds ago there was tits and fur, and now there's no tits and feathers, and I'm very confused.
Marco looks down and goes, "Oh,
Don't.
I'll turn around and start knocking on my back, just hitting it.
So Sifra's tail is now swishing quite violently. This is real strange.
Fully in character, I look across at where my body is, and I can see Marco just going. I am like, I will.
I think whatever I had before I went to bed is really making this stream pretty weird.
So as you guys are sort of like talking and coming to terms with this sudden change in which bodies your soul is inhabiting, you hear a thump from the door on the right side of the room. Like something had fallen against it.
I'm
would
gonna
like to go and knock on the door. Just
Okay.
like what? Like just a single, just a. Doop.
Okay. So you go knock on the wooden door once. There doesn't seem to be any response. No more thumping. No sounds.
Is it a door that opens in the way or out the way?
It looks like it would open out.
If I kind of push it just a little bit, do I feel resistance?
Or sorry, it would open like out into the room you're in now.
Okay.
So like
into the room.
toward you. Yeah.
Okay, so is there a latched handle, like, or is it just a?
It's just a doorknob.
Okay, if I kind of unlatch the doorknob, do I feel something pushing against it?
Yeah, it feels like there is something leaning against it. It's not very heavy though.
Okay, I would like to turn to the other two and be like, should I open this? Are you two okay with me opening this?
I've
Already like a spell. I'll like hold my hand
Yeah.
out.
I've got really good reflexes. I could go. No, you go for it.
Well, you do now, don't you? Okay, I'm gonna open it to see what it is that's pushing against this door.
Okay, so you... James. When you open the door, there is a human woman that is sort of like sitting on the floor, that sort of like tilts over because she was leaning on the door, and as the door opens, kind of like almost falls and then comes back and just kind of sits there. And looking in the room, it seems like it's not a very big room, it's more of a closet, but there's a bunch of different people just sitting on the floor, very tightly packed together, of various different races. There's a mix of men and women of all different ages, and they're just kind of all there. None of them seem to react to you opening the door. They're all just kind of blankly staring into space.
Oh no.
I feel for a pulse on the woman by the door.
Mm-hmm. So, whenever you check, you do feel a pulse.
Is there any reaction if I like wave my hand in front of her face, or if I kind of pick her hand up and drop it on her? Is there any reaction?
So when you wave your hand in front of her face, there's no reaction. When you lift her hand up and you let go of it, it stays. She just holds it up there.
Guys, I've
It
got a
doesn't
really
even drop.
bad feeling that this is going to be what happens to us if we don't swap back.
I want to leave that door open.
Just give them some air.
Because I don't want to leave these people here. This does not sound like a good way to live. But what is behind that? Who's closest to the other door?
I'll go around to check the other door, because you said there was a door straight ahead and a door to her right, and the door to the
Right.
right's the one that we just opened.
Mm-hmm.
Well
Yeah.
remembered,
The
Brandon.
people closet.
Yeah, so there's still one straight ahead.
So with the sword, like, I guess held the other way, like, just for light, I'll,
Mhm.
like, open the door towards us still? Or is it a push?
It's still towards you.
Okay. Then I'll peer around the door as I'm opening it.
Okay. So you open the door, sort of throwing light into the room ahead. And you can't see very well because you're just trying to take a peek. But you can see, in the room, it seems like, another barren, stone room, except this time, you can see with the little light that you're sort of throwing into that room, the silhouette of two humanoid figures. And by their silhouettes, it seems that they are, in fact, armed. Like, they have something at their hip, and, it looks like they have shields on their arms.
I will close the door again
Okay.
and whisper, There's armed people on the other side of the door.
I think I got this, guys.
What weapons do I have? Shit.
I walk forward and open the door.
You don't have any weapons. Spoiler alert. Wait, you have a crossbow.
I have a crossbow.
You have a crossbow.
I go walk forward and I open the door.
Okay.
Excuse me, guys. There seems to be some sort of mixed up. We've all swapped bodies. Can you swap us back, please?
Jesus fucking Christ! Why did a dumbass have to go into my body? Oh my god! Like I am suddenly just gripped with the fear that I will never be able to switch back because he's gonna get me killed.
Gender pronouns are quite immaterial right now, so.
Okay, all right. Do we want to get into this situation, right?
No, it's only meant to be a 2-hour stream.
Alright, so when you open the door and say that,
I'm gonna refer to you as a dude. Fuck off, okay? Right.
the two figures, they don't say anything, but they start walking your way, kind of like lumbering a little bit.
Do I get a vibe from them?
A vibe? What kind of vibe are you looking for?
Are they kind of coming towards me with violent intent?
I'll just say, one of them draws. All right, what do they have? Hold on.
Draws a pair of curtains.
A spear. Pulls out a
spear.
spear
Oh,
as they walk towards you.
cool. In that
Someone
case,
in the chat just said they rolled a vibe check.
yeah, I
Roll a vibe check. Thank you. And also,
if there's a D&D E6, I want vibe to be.
Oh yeah, for sure.
definitely.
let's replace insight with vibe.
Mhm.
yeah.
In that
Maxing
case,
out
yeah,
vibe.
What
absolutely.
what I do then is I go whoa and raise my hands, and then 2 eldritch blasts come out of them, aimed at the guy with the spear.
Okay. Just to pause for just a second. Thank you, Haley, for the $5 tip. I really appreciate that. And no worries, we managed to get things to work out. So don't worry about having to cancel. It's all good. It happens. All right. So you said you were doing 2 Eldritch Blasts.
By accident. Both at the spear guy.
Both at the spear guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've all been there. You've just been anxious, and then suddenly the blasts come out before you need them to.
It's just like having a gun and not realizing the safety's on. I didn't realize I was holding a gun because I hadn't really worked out how to do the Eldritch Blast thing yet. Should I roll to hit?
Yes. Go ahead and roll the hit.
So that's a 19 for one of them, and a 22 for the other one.
Let's see, 19 and 22, both hit. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh, awesome. So that is 10 plus 18 points of damage.
18 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of going, whoa, pff, oh no! And then I start running back.
All right. Yeah, so you fire 2 Eldritch Blasts. They both sort of hit on either side of the chest of this figure that was coming towards you, without even getting a good look at them. And you can see where they kind of like the impact hits them, and they sort of get like pushed back a little bit. And then
Sorry.
you run away.
So can I, as I run away, close the door again?
Sure. Yeah.
And then when I go, yeah, there's some people there. They've got a spear.
All right. Even though you close the door, I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative anyway.
Cool.
You wanna go ahead and do that?
Right.
Okay.
What's my initiative?
I think I'm
You-
just gonna
you
roll
did
with
attack
dice
them.
now that I don't have my character sheet.
Oh, I'm so glad I had my physical dice like right fucking next to me. Okay, so my initiative is +2. 7.
That's a D12.
It's been a while, Brandon.
6.
Is that
Plus-
plus
Next
hold
time,
up.
I'm gonna
What's
use
your
a different
initiative? Plus 4? 10. Dang.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Fast.
Yeah, I got 15 in total.
I have an 18 AC.
Oh no, sorry, that should be 17.
Oh yeah, that was the thing that needed to be altered. So you said you rolled what did you roll for initiative, Marco?
15.
15. All right. All right. So, one of the figures that you had seen before, it's their turn first, and obviously you can't see what happens, but there starts to be a thud, like banging against the door. They're not opening it; they're just kind of like banging it. And then Marco, you're up next.
I'm going to hold my Eldritch Blast for when the door opens, and I'm going to stand on the other side of the room.
Okay.
So you run away from the door, is what you're saying.
Yep. I don't feel.
I'm glad that you took my body out of harm's way, but also
There you
you're
go.
a goddamn coward.
Oh, I can go closer if you prefer.
No, that's fine. I'm judging you as a person, but I don't want you to take any other.
It's called tactics. It's called tactics, darling.
All right. So after you sort of like get some distance between you and the door, going to the other side of the room, the banging starts getting harder. And the door sort of like breaks open and swings on its hinges. And you can see both of the figures there. You now that they're like in the doorway in the same room as you guys, you can get a better look at them. They both have shield and spear, and they're wearing pretty good. It's not quite a full set of plate armor, but it's partial. They have like a breastplate. It's mainly just like plate armor, except only over the core of their body. And they're both male. One of them is a half elf, and the other one is human. But looking at them and seeing their eyes just look pale and lifeless.
I can see one now, can't I?
You can see both of them, so that'll
trigger my
your reaction. Yeah.
Cool. So my Eldritch Blast goes into whichever one's up front.
Okay.
So that is 14 plus 7.
That would be the Elven one.
Cool.
Sorry, do you mind if I very quickly nip to the bathroom? I will still be able to hear you. I just would be off.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
So that's a 21 and a 19 again.
Yeah, both of those hit. Both hit.
8 plus 6 is 14, plus another 8 is... I can't do this. 16, 22.
22? Alright. Yeah. So a pretty similar thing happens. You're hitting the other one, not the one you hit initially. Because you can see the dents in their breastplate. So you basically hit the other one, hitting them in the core as well, and putting nice dents in their breastplate. And the dents look pretty rough on both of them. And after you hit them, the one that you just hit, the Elven one, sort of like holds back for a second and then lurches forward with a cough, and a bit of blood splurts out.
Uh-oh. Oh, my hands!
Alright, Sadapin, it's your turn.
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
my
still,
body.
No,
I'm
you.
just...
You.
No, oh, God.
I'm still calling... I'm gonna continue to call you by your original names, regardless of whose body you're in.
Okay.
Because I think that makes things quite a bit easier.
Yeah, a little bit. All right. Not knowing what to do. Oh.
Wait, so you were in Marco's body, right?
Yes.
And you had that sword?
Yes.
Sedabin, you just dropped it.
I dropped the sword?
Yes. I had a channel point redemption to make someone drop their weapon. And it was just redeemed, so you just dropped your sword. You are now unarmed.
That's
luckily,
perfect.
You're a monk. You're a monk, mate.
I'm a monk.
It does the exact same damage, and I know it does the exact same damage, so you're fine. Just bludgeoning.
Thank you for redeeming.
Can I choose where I drop my sword? Or do I just drop it where I am?
You just drop it where you're standing on the ground.
Okay, but it still sheds a bright light for
Yes.
20 feet. And okay,
Yeah, that effect will still be on.
cool. So seeing, I guess, dropping my sword, I'll rush up. Who's the closest one? The one with the spear?
They both have spears.
They both have spears. Okay.
It's an RGB backlight.
It is an RGB backlight.
Yeah,
Then I
so they
guess
both
I
have
will run up.
spears. They've both been hit twice with an Eldritch Blast from Marco.
Okay. I guess not knowing what I can do, I will go to punch one of them.
Okay.
I don't know how many attacks you have.
So you've got, it says 2 attacks, and you get a bonus attack when you take
As
the
a
attack
bonus
action,
action?
which is a bonus action. But I think if you spend one of your key points, you get Flurry of Blows, which adds another couple on there as well. I think
Yeah.
4 is the maximum you can do in one turn.
Okay. But without
spend-
spending a key point, I can do 3.
3, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Then I
pretty
got
sure
Fleur-
that's how it works.
Because I'm pretty sure how Flurry of Blows works is it lets you do 2 attacks as a bonus action instead of just 1.
Yeah, but the kind of extra attack thing is also a bonus action, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
So
then
I
I
got-
don't know how you do it if it's you do 1 and then an off. Anyway, it's confusing.
It's 4 attacks if you do it 3 if not. That's the easiest way to put it.
Yeah.
So wait, are you attacking the human one or the
one
elven
that was
one?
close. Yeah.
Okay, so then the
Whichever
elven
was
one.
close. Yeah.
Okay, that's the
There's-
one that Marco just attacked.
I got a 15, a 14, and a 7.
Is that with the things added on?
Yeah. With the +4.
Oh, it's not. It's +7. It's plus. I again.
Plus 7?
For some reason, it didn't update. So
Okay.
add
So an
another 3 to.
18, a 17,
Mm-hmm.
and I said a 7, so +3, so a 10.
Okay, so the first 2 hit, the third one will not. So you go ahead and roll
Okay.
for damage for the first 2.
And it's let me 2d6 + 4.
2d6 +4.
+4 +4, so +8.
Plus 8.
Sorry.
6
I better-
plus 8. It's 14? 14,
Yeah.
right?
And you can spend a key point if you want to do more damage to them as well.
Just damage?
Necrotic damage, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
So 1 key point down. So what you do is it's another d6 plus
Do more damage.
Hands of Harm. So it's so 1d6 plus your Wisdom modifier, so +3.
5, so 8 more damage on top of that.
Necrotic
to the
damage.
elven one.
8 more?
Necrotic. Yeah, 8.
Okay. So how much? Wait, so it's 8 necrotic, and then how much was it initially?
14.
14? Alright, yeah. So you come up, bam, bam. The third one isn't really a good hit. But the first 2 are. And with that second hit, you actually miss the third because they're already on the way down. So yeah, with those solid hits, with your turtle hands.
Okay.
Yeah, you take the elven guy out. And he's down
Nice.
on the ground. Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Am I still close enough to move like in front of the other guy and like sort of block him?
Yeah, you can
Or
do
is it
that.
too... Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Alright, and with that, Sifra, it's your turn.
So quick question. Would hurling abuse at Marco be a free action?
Yes.
Cool. My first thing is to turn to him and go, Marco, you wee shite. If you're gonna get my fucking body damaged, I'm gonna fucking bash your head in, okay? And don't you come greeting to me if you end up hurt, right? Do you understand me?
I'm making a calculation now and go, I can probably kill her and still get my body back. But I don't say that out loud. I just go,
Marco, I'll fucking kill you, all right? Do you get me? Do you get me? I will fucking end you motherfucker, all right? I'll bash your fucking head in, you cunt, all right?
Marco doesn't respond to rude words.
Said,
That's
That-
totally not
that-
Cowabunga,
out of
dude.
the way. Okay, I just need to know that he is thoroughly threatened. Sweetie, do you fucking mind? He does mind. So I am used to firing off 2 Eldritch Blasts. Shadowban, can you tell me how many Eldritch Blasts you can fire?
It's 2.
Cool. Just making sure. And there are 2 of these guys still standing, if I'm remembering
There's
correctly.
1.
Oh, it's fuck! One of them got killed, and I was very distracted by my cat, who is currently destroying my goddamn living room. I will end you. I will turn you into stew. I swear to God. Anyway, I'm gonna fire them both off at Mr. Fuckery,
Okay.
who's
Hey.
doing door. All right. So what's my plus or minus to an Eldritch Blast again?
What's your
'Cause that was-
charisma?
My charisma is 4?
Oh, it's plus 7.
18.
So
Spell
plus
attack
7.
bonus is plus 7, yeah.
Okay, so that's a 14. And then a 17.
A 17? Okay. So, when you fire your 2 Eldritch Blasts, the human holds up his shield, and the first Eldritch Blast gets deflected off of it, but the second one slips past the shield and hits them in the neck. So go ahead and roll damage for that second Eldritch Blast.
Okay. What's the damage for an Eldritch Blast again?
So
A
D10.
D10.
If you've got, there's a certain evocation you get.
Someone just say D7?
No, D10. Do you have agonizing blast?
Nah, I don't.
Cool. So it's just 1d10.
1d10, which is 6.
6, alright. So, fire the Eldritch Blast, like I said, it hits them in the neck, and their head kind of snaps to the side, and it slowly comes back, still looking in your direction.
But he's still standing.
Yes. No, that did not, that did not take him out.
I'm still on like the perpendicular wall, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not right by the door.
Yeah, Shadowban currently is.
Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, so Shadowban went with Marco's body and stood in front of it to sort of like prevent them from going into the room.
Okay, cool.
And so they are going to take an attack. Let's see. All right, so it's 17 AC, right? Okay. Let's see. All right, so. So they make 2 attacks with their spear. The first one hits, and it'll deal 8 damage to you, 8 piercing damage. And the second one does not.
Bounces off his shell.
Since I'm making this Ninja Turn, I'm utterly distraught I don't get to play it. It's honestly tragic.
Look at him.
Kidding! Welcome to the
Name's
stream.
John. He is 5 months old, and he is a chunky big boy.
He looks energetic.
Yeah. Because he's got his favorite toy, aka a balled up fucking chocolate wrapper.
So Marco, you're up next.
So many toys. I buy him so many toys, and he doesn't like any of them. But a balled up fucking chocolate wrapper.
All that Marco currently understands how to do is to throw magic missiles. Eldritch, he doesn't know what they are. Probably thinks they're magic missiles out of his hands. He's just getting the hang of it now. It really is. Oh, it's a 26.
That definitely hits.
And a plus 7, 18.
An 18 hits as well.
Oh, great. 15 plus 8 is 23 points of damage.
All right. Yeah, that's more than enough to take them out.
And as he does, he goes Hadouken.
All right. Yeah, you completely destroyed them. They were down with the first Eldritch Blast, but you just added insult to injury with that second one.
I was channeling like he's very zen a lot of the time, but he channels a lot of his inner rage at the let's face it, quite rude woman who just shouted at him.
So
also, he just damaged my body.
Yeah, how much damage did I take? Because
8.
It was 8.
Yeah, I was looking to find the HP, and then by the time I found it, I forgot. Thank you.
All right. So yeah, they're both down. They both collapse in the doorway. So you guys have taken them both out.
I will walk over to my body. Shoot. I don't want to say it wrong. Sifra?
Sifra, yeah.
Sifra. Okay. I'll walk over to Sifra and I will ask her to heal my wounds, and I'll explain her through
You
the
could do it
process
yourself.
of doing it. I don't know. I can do it myself.
I say that you can do
Okay.
it yourself. Spend one key point and you get 1 d6 plus 3 healing.
Okay. Then I guess I will spend 1 key point. You have 5 key points, right? And I've already used 1. So I'll have 3 left.
Yes.
Cool.
Because I was being like, heal? Wow. Nate,
Yeah.
I'm a bird. I'm a fucking angel all of a sudden. I'm used to being a cat, and cats wouldn't heal anyone, even if that would heal them as well. Okay?
I lean in and go, everybody wants to be a cat.
When I get my claws back, I'm gonna fucking claw you. Alright?
You've got 8 breasts.
Oh my fucking... If you touch my titties one more time...
I've not touched all of them.
I
Is
will
this the room that the
mutilate
crystal was in,
you.
by the way,
I swear to
Brabham?
God.
The one that you're still in, yeah.
Let's go
Can I like
investigate
pick up the
Cinnamon.
pieces off the ground?
Sure.
Okay,
So, yeah,
and I want to examine them.
Okay. They're, I mean, so like I said before, they're red, pretty transparent. So the pieces are small enough you can see all the way through them, so you can see the palm of your hand through the small shards that you pick up. There's no longer any light coming off of them though, so they're not glowing anymore. They're basically just like pieces of hard red glass, except they're not glass, they're crystal.
Mm.
Someone just said the octogrowth.
Marco in Sifa's body starts to calmly walk to the next room and to see what's lurking in there.
Okay.
And I'll pick up the sword from the
Have
ground.
a little
that
bit
I
more
dropped.
care taken, please.
I think you find I've kept perfect care of your body. If anything, I'll get it back to you in better shape than it was.
I will fight you.
But then it will be in worse shape than it was.
IRL, I will fight you.
Oh, I see.
So Marco, when you walk in, or well, no, you have night vision now. That's right, or you have dark vision now.
Yeah.
So you go into the room. It was the room that the two that you had just fought had just come from, and it is seems to be completely empty. Looking around, it seems like those two maybe had been the only ones in it. Just kind of stepped over their bodies and walked into this empty room. There's another door across to like continue on, but other than that.
Cool. This time I'm going to go listen at the door.
Okay.
Do I get any vibes from it?
From the door?
Vibe check the door.
I'll just have a vibe check. Okay, so in terms of perception, that wasn't bad, if that's what you want me to roll. You didn't even ask me to roll.
Perception's good.
Plus 5, 23?
23? That's pretty good.
Glad I got all the bad rolls out when I was testing this dice before we started.
So, let's see. Putting your ear up to the next door, you hear sort of a sound that resembles, like, that of, like, cutting meat.
Oh.
So, sort of just, like, a rhythmic sort of sound, and it doesn't sound like it's going all the way through, like, hitting a cutting board. It just sounds like someone's, like, hitting meat with a knife, and it goes for like about 3 or 4 times before it stops.
All at once.
Huh?
Like a squelch and a crunch all at once.
Yeah.
I look a little bit concerned, and then look back at the other two to see what they're doing.
I'm putting the crystal up to like the glowing sword to see if the light shining from it will do anything. And I'm like aiming it at you.
Please! Please!
There isn't any effect.
Darn.
It seems that whatever magical properties that it had previously were lost when it shattered.
Okay. Did you hear anything beyond the door?
So I would like to go up to Shadowban now in the body of Marcus, because the fact that my body is acting like a dickhead pervert kind of confirms to me that that's Marcus. James.
From the 5 seconds of knowledge you had about Marco,
Marco and Marcus, who gives a shit?
Lead us.
I am 6 rum and cokes in, okay? Like, I was drunk before I even knew I was going to do this stream.
Nonny, just I think it's to be fair, everyone. No one can tell.
Of course, you else couldn't. Anyway, I go up to Marco's body, and I'm just like, I'm going to take care of your body if you and I can both make sure that he takes care of mine, okay? Okay?
I appreciate it. Deal.
Fabulous. Now that I've got that pact underway, I am also going to sort of go behind where Marco currently is to sort of see what he's going to do.
Okay. Sedabin, are you going over there as well?
Yes, I will approach
Okay.
as well.
So I'll say, so like going through the doorway, you kind of have to step over the bodies of the two that you had just defeated. And Sedabin, whenever you sort of walk over them, as you are sort of like stepping around one of them, as your foot comes down, you hear a crunch, and looking down, you see that you had just like stood on and crumpled a piece of paper. That had sort of like sticking out from one of the bodies.
I'll reach down and pick it up and like whisper like shh for them to wait up and don't open the door yet so I can read.
Marco is
is.
making no move to open the door whatsoever, so he continues to stand there looking serene.
And I'll read the paper.
Okay. Alright, so this paper is very similar to the one that you read before. And this one reads, and it's headed Trial 19. I've discovered that a bit of magic can be used to create a false soul. It's not really what I'm looking for, but it definitely helps with security. And it's signed with the same name that the last one was signed for, Bithtoth. In Infernal.
I think we know who we need to look for if we want to get into our old bodies.
And that's in the Infernal script, is that right?
The note was written in Common, but the name was signed in Infernal.
It is very strange that they're signing their name in a different script than they're writing the rest of the note. Like I know that
Let's not worry about the storytelling devices that are being used.
Are very interesting. Okay, like I wouldn't write a note in English and then sign my name in fucking. Was it Katana? No, not Katana. What's the name of the
Kanji?
Kanji? You know? Like, that's strange. That is a strange thing to sign your name in a different script than the one you're writing in. Or Cyrillic. I wouldn't sign my name in Cyrillic after writing the note in English.
It's a little pretentious, maybe.
Yeah. That's unusual. To sign your name in a completely different alphabet.
There's people in there. Or at least...
Oh,
He's chewing on a book. Oh my god. You're so lucky you're cute. He's so lucky he's cute. Oh. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna throw his toy away. And by toy, I do mean garbage.
Nice.
There we go. So he stops. So many of my books have teeth marks on them now because my cat keeps trying to chew on them. Anyway, what were we doing?
Marco was...
That was the one. The one in the chat said katakana. Katana.
Very funny. Someone said, I'm pretty sure Marcus speaks and writes in katana.
Your brother taught you that you no longer talk to.
He did, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just waiting for them to be ready for me to open the door, or for someone else to open the door, and me stand on the other side of the room.
I would like to ready the crossbow that I now have before Marco flippantly opens the door with my body in
I'm
direct.
sorry. Out of character, I've been waiting here for at least 5 minutes to be ready before I open the door, which I think is the opposite of flippant.
Already a dart since I
You are
reached into my
taking
pocket.
liberties, sir. You are taking absolute liberties with my fucking body, right? You have any idea how
I'm going,
her hair is? Okay.
I'm going to cast
You're
Calm
not
Emotions.
licensed on conditioner alone.
Can I use it on actual Nonny?
Can you what on actual Nonny?
Cast Calm Emotions.
Sweetie.
I
You
wish someone
think
had
calm
many years ago.
emotions would work on me? I have not been calm since 2003.
May I have that, sweetie? Thank you.
But it is a
Alright,
charisma
so, Sifra is readying your crossbow, and then, Sadabin, you said you were readying a dart?
Yeah, dart.
Okay.
I'm readying more of these magic hand things.
Alright,
And then we all stand there looking at each other going, so who's going to open the door?
I'll open the door. I'll go up
Oh, good.
and I'll open the door.
Okay.
And I'll yeet a dart at the first thing I see.
Alright.
Oh, actually, I have a quick question.
Okay. What's up?
So, do the brains, do the mind swaps inherit each other's like brain mechanism?
No, whenever you swap bodies, everything about like your personality and mind and speech all stayed the same.
Okay.
You just
So
swap
essentially,
physical
like
bodies.
the brain hardware gets swapped as well. Cool.
Yeah, in a way.
Cool. Lucky you, James, because I was about to be like, you're about to have an issue with any reading of situations. Never mind. My question is irrelevant. I must you, sweetie. I withdraw my question.
Gotcha. So Sadabin, you open the door, and there's not a room immediately on the other side. It's sort of goes into a stone hallway. You don't see any figures or any signs of like life or anyone in it. So none of your reactions will get provoked. And then at the end of the hall, you can see, lit by a very faint red light, it opens up into another room.
Okay. Before we step in, I will check for anything. Since this room is like the paper said that they were guarding something, I will be very careful making my way in. So I'll try to like look for anything that might be set off by us exploring into the room.
So like you're saying like as you're going down the hall, you're checking for like traps and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Oh man, Marco's great at those. 8.
You don't see any traps. You don't find any.
How similar is this red glow to the red glow of the weird crystal that originally switched us?
Very similar.
Very similar? Okay.
Okay, so either this might switch us back, or I might end up in fucking Marco's body. And
So you wouldn't like that.
frankly,
It's very complicated.
yeah, like going from a mammal to a are turtles reptiles or amphibians? I never remember.
I think
That's
they're
offensive.
reptiles.
Are they reptiles?
Think so. That's
I
what Over
prefer
the
to
Head
just
taught me.
call myself a humanoid and leave it at that.
Mm.
Yeah, but like technically speaking, I feel like they're. I feel like
Here, I'll look it
they're
up.
amphibians.
I think they're reptiles.
Anyway,
I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
used to being a mammal, and I want to stay a mammal.
Yes,
Because I
turtles
feel
are
like-
reptiles.
Okay, cool. I don't want to be a reptile.
It's not too bad, actually. It's it's pretty cool.
I'm a bit
Turtles are
hesitant.
reptiles.
I'm very much going along the corridor, kind of like gingerly, kind of testing out each step before I put my full weight onto it.
Okay. Can you also make an investigation check?
Okay. So I'm gonna look up what that should be, but I think y'all should know that was a nat 1, which does mean it's an 8.
That makes it an 8.
Yep, but
Okay.
it was a nat 1.
So, and you said you're taking the
This
lead
dice is
walking down
going
this hall,
away.
right?
Sorry,
You said you're taking the lead walking down the hall?
I'm going behind
Cytobin?
which is in Marco's body at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, God, this is confusing.
Alright, so Cytobin,
Yeah.
you're leading. Marco, are you going to be following behind as well? Okay.
And I
I'm
just
still
want-
leading with
to
the
make it-
sword, the light, since I can't
I want to
really
make it
see
very
things.
clear that I am not looking for traps.
Alright. Cool. Well, Cytobin and Sifra, as you're sort of going down this hall, you don't notice any traps. There doesn't seem to be any sign of anything being triggered as you go through. So you make it to the end of the hall and into the next room.
Okay.
With Marco close behind.
I'll wave the sword around, still looking for anything as I enter the room.
Okay.
Not really stealthily, but like ready, you know?
Mm-hmm. So, going into the room, you wave the sword around, sort of throwing light and shadows dancing across the walls. It seems to be empty until you hold it up toward the ceiling, where there is another glowing red crystal that immediately begins to intensify in light. Very familiar process, as the three of you are blinded. And by the time it wears off, Sifra is in Marco's body, Marco is in Sadabin's body, and Sadabin is in Sifra's body.
James, will you kindly send me your character sheet on WhatsApp, please?
Yep.
Cool. Revenge is fucking mine, bitch.
What revenge? I didn't do anything wrong to your body.
Yeah, but you
I take a look at Sadaman and go, oh, you're in for it now, mate.
neglect
Ugh.
is what I'm saying.
I'm watching Sadaban, waiting for him to see what he does with the body.
I'm sorry I'm not being more bantery with you, Brandon, but I know James, so I feel like I can be meaner to him.
Ironically, she knows me very well and knows that I take it to heart when she is mean to me. So that's why I'm being very passive.
I'm PMing him nice things as I go.
Are you?
Yes, you just haven't seen it yet.
That
When you
was-
send me your character sheet,
that was
I'll see it.
That was over an hour
Oh,
ago.
it's the other show.
No, it wasn't. It was half an hour ago. Fuck you.
Here we go. Cool. I'll send that to you now.
Thank you. I've never played a monk before.
Ooh, another Roll20 character sheet.
Is there a way to swap it in Roll20?
What?
Because I could send you this character sheet now in Roll20 otherwise.
Can you can invite me to the game that you're in?
That's all right.
I signed up
Pact
for
of the
Roll20 a
Tome.
month ago. I exclusively play in other people's games.
I also
I know
forgot to
what I'm
mention,
doing.
when the blindness wears off, the crystal shattered in the same fashion as the first one. Completely identical situation, just brand new bodies once again.
So are you a turtle or a tortoise?
I'm a turtle.
Okay. So I pick up a piece with what the flippers, and I just check there is no magical effect to
Stop.
what
I
I'm
don't have
holding.
flippers. I've got hands. Racist.
You said you were a turtle.
I said I'm a turtle.
Tortoises have like stumps, and tortoises have like flippers.
Yeah, and I'm a turtle, which is a race played in Dungeons and Dragons who have hands.
Potato.
No, it's turtle.
We should make a drunken master warlock called Pact of the Bottle.
Oh man.
I promise. I promise. If you invite me back, I will show up sober. Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I promise.
No, don't worry. James is drunk on my streams before too.
I'm a lot less violent than this.
Yeah, but I feel like I do want to be better than James. Just as a rule in life. I love you.
Good luck
Come
with
and
that.
mad at me. I'm too cute. I'm so cute.
Path of the Broken Home. That's terrible.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Jonesy, that's awful.
Jonesy, I can relate to that class a lot more.
Oh my god.
It's just a character. It's a self-insert. It's the saddest self-insert. It's so sad.
I literally just finished learning what all your spells did, and now I've got to go back to this. Back to the drawing board.
Back to the
I mean,
drawing board.
mine are mostly
I will,
saves.
and part to see- James, I will be entirely relying on you to say what I should be doing. So please disregard everything I've said to you for the past 2 hours.
All right.
I'm so cute though that you can't be mad at me.
That's a nice try, isn't it?
I know it's worth a shot. Sweetie, can I get that?
Is
How
that
many doors are in the room we're in right now?
what he said?
Aside from the one you came through, there are 2 doors. One straight ahead and, again, one on the right side of the room.
Sensing a pattern.
Check the one on the right.
Yeah, check the one on the right. I'll check the one on the right. And I'll
Okay.
tell everyone to ready. Actually,
Look at me
I'll give everyone a
having
chance to get
like,
comfortable
which
in their
side is my
bodies.
right?
Mine seems pretty familiar.
What's your pact, by the way?
Fiend.
That's okay. Cool.
That's why I have Fireball.
Interesting.
Fireball. Sweetie, must you?
And as I open the door, I will cast the cantrip Dancing Lights
Okay.
into the room.
So, the, as you open the door, you cast dancing lights in the room, and the dancing lights sort of like fly up into the room, and it ends up being small, just like a closet, sort of like the one that you saw before with all those other people in it. And it immediately lights up a very similar figure to the ones that you fought before, with similar armor and a spear, which will strike at you. Let's see. Was it? Yeah. Okay. So what is, Seafra, what is your body's AC? I guess I should ask.
Uh-oh.
Keeper's body's AC is 15.
I think it's
15?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so it's going to make 2 attacks on you, and neither of them hit. You're able to sort of dance out of the way, through these 2 jabs that come through the door that you just opened.
I'm gonna look at Shadowban now and go, it's because I'm a fucking boss.
Can I run away from the door, or will they get like I'm guessing they'll get an opportunity attack, but I will still do so.
Actually, I need everyone to roll initiative.
That's fair.
To determine the turn order, because that was the surprise round.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's your turn, you can.
Hey, that's pretty
What's your
good.
initiative, James?
+4.
16.
16? Okay.
Oh, sweetie, you are clawing into my back.
I also got 16.
I got
Ow.
a 15, but I don't know where the initiative.
It's +2, mate.
+2. Cool.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
17.
No. You're gonna be an asshole. You're gonna hold like baby.
Brandon?
Baby.
Mhm.
I think you're. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you've done. Sorry.
Yeah, all my spells are 3rd level, so I just put them all in the 3rd level spot.
Yeah, I just couldn't see any of the fiend spells,
Ow.
the burning hands ones, and fireball. Cool.
All right. So hold on. Let me just
Oh.
Seto Ben, you are up first.
Okay. And how many are in there? 2 again?
Just one.
Just 1.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Someone's losing a fight to a CR0 cat.
Ow! My love.
All right. I will.
Sierra's like
I guess the light crossbow is pretty familiar with me, but I'll Eldritch Blast because that's the most familiar.
Okay. I will say since you are within melee range of this person, you'll be rolling with disadvantage, making a ranged attack.
Okay. 14. 3.
All right. And then you have a second one as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
16. 6. So, what's the bonus? 7? Yeah. So
So that's
15.
what,
Oh,
wait,
yeah,
6
you're
and
right.
7 is 13.
12. 13? Math.
We got there. We'll get there. So neither of those hit.
Okay.
So sort of being shocked. You sort of like fire point blank. But it just kind of fires around them, sort of hitting the walls inside the closet.
Okay.
All right. So Morgan and Seafra, you rolled the same initiative, so it's both of your turns. You can go in whatever order you'd like to.
After you.
Okay, so monk. What the fuck can it? James, what can a monk do?
You can punch things real good.
Cool. I am gonna run forward and I'm gonna punch the problem in the face.
All right.
What am I rolling, James?
D20.
I am shocked and surprised.
And then roll it 3 times and add 7 each time.
3 times, not 7.
Multi-dimensional. That's really good, Jonesy.
Cool. So that was a nat 20.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hey! Oh, in that case, on that one, you want to spend a key point to do an extra 1d6 necrotic damage because that will get doubled as well. So
Cool. I will. I can I do that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do I need to note down that I've done that?
no, I'll remember.
Yeah. So the monk is down to 2 key points left.
Okay, and I'm rolling a d20 again. Yeah.
2 more times.
Yeah. You can hit 3 times.
That was a 19 plus 7 is a 26.
That hits.
Oh fuck! That went off. I'm gonna re-roll that because that went into my shag carpet because
Okay.
I live in the 60s. And that was a nat 1.
All right. I mean, you still got 3 attacks worth of damage because you crit on the first one.
So that's. Hang on. So the first one is 2d6 plus 1d6. So that's 5d6.
I only have 3d6s.
Well, roll them and then roll them twice again. And then
Okay,
This is a 26
To that.
day.
you add. 4, 8.
Okay, so how many d6s am I rolling?
5 plus 11 overall.
5 plus 11. Okay, so 3, 6, 9,
20.
13, 15 plus 11, did you say?
Yep, so that's 26.
26. All right.
Nice.
So Seafra, who is in Marco's body, sort of runs up, sort of comes in with a Superman punch, which just absolutely rocks this person. Followed by an uppercut with the left hand, and their head like snaps back as it strikes the bottom of their chin, and they stumble back and slide, like they hit the back wall of the closet and then slide down to their off their feet, and just sort of slump over.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about punching a man to death.
He's dead.
Yeah,
Cool.
that
In
took
that
him
case,
out. That took him out.
What was that idea? Vinny, do you want to come over?
Is there anyone else in there?
Mm.
cool.
What?
In that case, I'll walk calmly in.
Not very
There's
California.
not much room in there. It's
It's just like a closet.
Just a
space.
closet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
in that case, I'll close the door.
All
Are you
right.
in my body or are you in? You're not in my body anymore.
yeah. Maybe I shouldn't lead. I don't feel as hard as I was.
If you were in my body, I would have
What's-
shut you in there just to keep you safe.
It's because you're in a woman's body now. You're not as hard as you were.
Well,
What?
no.
Explain that.
Yes, you doesn't have a penis which gets hard. That's what I meant by that.
Mm.
You guys got that right.
Yeah.
Good.
I was hoping you wouldn't explain it.
I wanted to know if the city of Scotland is level 2 or lower. I am physically going to come to Brighton and fight you.
I can't wait. That sounds great.
I'll bring the knife.
What about the other door?
The other door?
Yeah. Now I've been in all 3 bodies. I know who has the most hit points, and it's me. So I'm going to go through the, as in Saddleman. So I'm going to open that door.
Okay.
Got that big con.
Oh, can you explain that, please?
No.
Right. So you open the door, and you see that there is a very short hallway, that leads to, and it's not even very far, but there's a very short hallway, and then a second wooden door.
Oh shit, someone said I was pulling the DM talk, but I'm really confused as to what that means.
Oh, because you said does a 26 hit? That's like, I say stuff like that all the time.
Cool. I gave a very cursory glance around to check there's no traps, because apparently that's something that we do.
Alright, roll investigation.
I do care quite a lot about Sadaban's body, so that's 18.
Thank you.
There you sort of like check the floor, check the walls. You don't see anything that shows any sign that there's a trap here.
Cool. In that case, I'll stroll along and then listen at the next door.
Okay. You
Because he seems like he seems pretty thorough in his investigation. I'm just gonna follow him
okay?
nonchalantly.
All right.
Follow her. Well, me.
Him, her. This is confusing. Okay, like
Oh,
Okay.
now it's confusing. Earlier on, I was getting into a gender politics debate.
I'm just confused over who's in who. Okay, I'm just gonna refer to everyone as he because I'm the only bitch in this chat, as far as I'm aware.
I wholeheartedly agree with that statement.
Okay, cool.
Margo, can you make a perception check?
And it's not written reference to me. Then I get
13.
confused.
13.
He must be that.
13?
Yeah.
You put your ear up to the door, and you don't hear anything this time around.
Cool. I ready, I guess, an Eldritch Blast, because that's the only thing I know how to do. And fling the door, or pull the door. I try and fling the door open, and then I'll pull it if it's a pull door.
Okay, this one pushes out, so you fling the door open. And what is in the next room? I will reveal after a quick break. So
Way!
we're going to take about a 10-minute break. So we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Just want to give everyone a moment to rest up and things like that. So yeah, like I said, we'll be right back.
Bye!
Yay!
If anyone has been affected, please contact me so we can start a support group. Alright, anyway, so before we get started, first of all, Josh Rocks, thank you so much for following during that break. Just wanted to say hello and show a bit of gratitude since you followed during the intermission. But thank you, and welcome to the stream, and I hope you're enjoying everything so far. Alright, so right where we left off. So Marco, who is currently in Setupin's body, is opening the door to the next room. And when you open the door, what you see inside is... let me get my book real quick. That's the wrong book.
I gave my cat way too many treats.
Alright, so you look inside, and you see, a humanoid figure, that, with completely, like, bright red, or I guess more of, like, it's like a darker red, skin. They're wearing sort of, like, scale armor, with sort of, like, metal plates on their shoulders. And they have behind them two, large red wings on their back. He has...
bastard.
And then he has, like, a slick black hair, that's cut very short, but it's sort of, like slicked back. And he doesn't have any horns.
What was the name on that letter again?
Huh?
What was the name on the letter again?
The name on the letter?
Yeah.
It was, Biff Toth.
I say, Biff Toth? And see if he goes, yes?
Let me, I'll get to that in a second, because there's a couple other things I need to describe.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry.
Right. So, you see, he's wielding a, this sort of, like, it's a spear, except at the end it sort of splits into, like a prong. And they both sort of, like, come out and then jump forward. Almost like a two-pronged pitchfork. And you can see from the tip of it is dripping in blood, and he's currently standing over what looks to be the corpse of an elven man. And next to the corpse is so the red crystals you had seen before, there appears to be a number of them that are on the ground, sort of spilling out of this large burlap sack next to the elf.
Oh, actually, I think I worked it out. The elf is Biff Duff.
Biff Thoth.
Biff Duff.
Or Biff Toth, sorry.
So I sounded like I bit my tongue then. Biff Toth?
Biff Toth.
Sorry, it's Biff Toth.
Biff Toth. Yeah. Okay, and then you said you want to call out his name?
Yeah. I mean, I did before seeing the elf. But I say it anyway.
Okay. So, as you call the name, the head of this sort of, like, demonic-looking person, as I described, turns toward you. And you see an expression, a moment of surprise, and then anger, as the grip on his spear, or on his weapon, tightens, and starts to make his way toward you.
I say, oh, for God's sake, and then I'll blast him with something.
Okay. Since you didn't really get him by surprise since you said his name, I'm gonna have everyone go ahead and roll initiative. We'll play it
when he looked around, did it look like he went, "How does he know my name?" kind of thing, as opposed to, "Who are you? What?" Like, does he look confused?
Like I said, when he looked at you at first, he looked a bit surprised. It was probably like it definitely looked like he did not see the person he was expecting to say his name when he saw you.
Me rolling, yeah.
Yeah, and then roll initiative.
God, this is
What's your
good.
initiative, James?
+4.
Cool. 24.
Oh wow. Man, I've been rolling crap initiative tonight.
I got 20.
I know what D20 I'm gonna keep using for the rest of the game, because this one's given me all the nat 20s.
And then Sadabin, what did you roll?
A natural 1 +2, so a 3.
All right.
You know that thing where you're holding a dice and your brain just goes, sweetie, and you want to put it in your mouth? Because just... yeah.
That's how you bless them. So you get them to roll
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, but I want it to be a gummy sweetie. I want to like chew on it. I can't. Because then I'll swallow a D20, which isn't so much of a bad thing. I just don't want to have to poop out a D20 because that sounds painful.
If gummy, like, D&D dice aren't already a thing, that should be, because it sounds like a very lucrative market.
Oh yeah.
That's gotta already... Surely
I
someone's already done that. I'm sure someone has.
Give me 2 seconds. I have a Google search I need to do.
Alright. The Devourer of Fate.
Yeah, Candy Dice, Etsy.com. Yeah, unnatural D20 dice. Sweet. Yeah, this looks like it's a thing. I mean, I know you can get like molds for dice.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if you got molds for dice and then you melt down some gummy bears.
Yeah, you could definitely do it. Or you could do like gelatin
James,
ones would be pretty easy to do.
I think I have a new Etsy store plan.
Yeah, if you do it when you come back onto the stream, you can plug it, and then the people here can come buy your candy D20s.
Yep. I've had the RPG dice molds in my Amazon basket for about a month now.
Nice. And by the way, Sifra, you rolled the highest on initiative, so you are up first.
Cool. So, this guy reacted in an angry way?
Yeah, definitely aggressive.
Cool. Is it possible for me to run and put him in some kind of hold?
You can try to grapple him. If you'd like to.
Yeah,
do that.
I want to grapple because I don't want to kill the guy because it seems like he might have information that could be relevant to us. Because like much as as much as Marco, I'm sure is lovely. I would quite like to be back in my own body, and I feel like killing this guy may harm my might harm our ability to get back into that. So I do want to try and instead of just going and punching the life out of his face, I want to kind of get him into a hold.
Okay. Can you make an athletics check?
Cool. What's your athletics? So that's what? That's that plus strength, is that right?
Yeah, I don't think I've got a very good athletics.
Great, thanks. Love it, sweetie.
Well,
no, athletics is plus one.
I would have just killed him, but
So that is an 8.
All right. So you run up to Bithtoth and attempt to sort of get a hold of him. But as you sort of like try to get your arms around him, he is sort of like is able to pretty easily push you off with his own strength to prevent you from doing that.
Great. So I just kind of roll back on the shell and just kind of rolling forward.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I have no idea what else I can do with the monk. So I'm just gonna go back and use the momentum to just kind of roly-poly slightly away.
Okay.
You can go into your shell, but you just can't do anything when you're in it.
Yeah, I roly-poly and then I kind of go.
Gives you a +4 to AC.
Right. So what does that make the AC total?
That'll make it 21.
No, 22. Your AC is
yeah, that's wrong. It should be. The program's broken. I fixed it. So it should be 21. It's meant to be 17 normal AC.
James.
Well, I've now memorized 3 character sheets.
You're right.
So as Tifra, they're all level 5, Jonesy. As Tifra sort of rolls away, tucking into Marco's shell, Vitov attempts to make an attack with his spear-like weapon, but with her just sort of going into the shell, it just kind of glances off of it, not having any effect whatsoever.
Her Mr. Mortal.
All right, Marco, you're up next.
With an anger that's not his own, because he's in his new body, he screams out, "Give me back my body!" And with that, transforms into a horrific, kind of almost demonic kind of state, using the necrotic shroud ability, causing my eyes to turn into pools of darkness and two skeletal, ghostly, flightless wings to sprout from my back. Everyone within 10 feet of me, I don't know how far away these guys are, have to succeed on a charisma saving throw or be scared of me. I'm guessing. I mean, Sifa can't see me because she is inside a shell.
All right. So I will say, so Sadobin, I'm gonna make you roll, but since it is your own body and own ability, I'll give you advantage because it's something that you would definitely be familiar with. I think that's only fair. Then I'll have him roll as well.
Thank you.
All right, I got a natural 18 for the first roll.
What's the nice? What's the DC on that? Do you know, Brandon?
It would be spell.
I think it's still charisma, so it's
15.
just my spell save. Yeah.
15.
You said 15?
That's yes.
Okay. All right. He does not look afraid of you whatsoever.
That's cool. But I still shout it.
Okay.
That is my action, and I'm very sad that none of the warlocks in this game have taken the hex spell.
Oof.
That's cool. The real fun start in next level.
You helped me with my character sheet, so you have
Yeah,
only
you want
to blame.
you want to be a nice warlock.
I was editing.
oh.
I was editing a Christmas-obsessed centaur. Okay.
Can I roll something to try and work out what this thing is?
Oh my God.
Yeah, if you'd like to roll a nature check.
Sorry, Upthorn just had a fucking moment there.
You good?
18?
18.
I'm just glad none of y'all saw my horrendous living room PBH.
You can designate people who are not affected. Oh, okay. So you could have just like had it to where it didn't affect. It ended up not mattering anyway.
I know no one was scared.
Okay, so I'm sorry, what were you doing again?
Trying to work out what it was.
Right, nature check. And you said you rolled an 18.
Yes.
It's obviously Bittoth is humanoid, but you can tell from his features it's pretty clear that he's a fiend of some kind.
Do I know if fiends are like it? That fiends, do they have resistance to fire damage? Do I know that?
You know that some do, but you're not entirely familiar with what exact kind of fiend he is. So you're not sure about his specific resistances. I don't think every fiend has fire resistance.
Okay.
But
I don't
not
know
sure
what
if they
type.
do. But
I
it's a
don't know
pretty common resistance with them for sure.
Cool. That's fine. End of turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you know he might.
Cool.
Alright, end of turn. Okay, then it is going to be... So, let's see. So... Around Dex checks in a 7 point right now.
I'm being chewed upon. I feel like
Let's see, so Seafra's right in the front, and then you guys are sort of by the entrance still. I'm going to say...
I'm quite literally turtling right now.
So he holds out his left hand, the one that he doesn't have his weapon in, and it begins to light up with a bright light. And from it, one after another, fire these two beams of intense heat and fire that will strike at Sifra and Sadobin. So for Sifra, that'll be. Let's see if this hits. So the AC was, what was it again?
21.
21? Alright, so that is... That's a 22, so that will hit. I'll go ahead and roll damage for that. Let's see, that is going to be... 17 fire damage.
How many hit points do I have, James Speedy?
Well, a little bit more than that. But only a little
Yeah,
bit.
I can't.
No, the cat is
You got
great.
hit once, but then I healed up to 32. Your max is 33.
There you go.
And I got 17. What's 32 minus 17? 13.
15.
16.
Math.
That's 6.
32 minus 17.
Yeah, which is
15.
16. 16 if I've got 33 hit points.
Yes, but you don't. You have 32 hit points. Because
What?
you took some damage from
33 is
someone
your
else.
max.
When someone else was manhandling my body, they took some damage.
15.
And then Sadobin, does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
So that'll be...
Motherfucker.
Dang, I'm rolling really high on this damage. That'll be 16 fire damage on that one.
Nice.
Must you?
And then Sadobin, after that, it'll be your turn.
16, you said?
Yeah, 16 fire damage for you, yeah.
Okay.
My love.
After taking the hit, I will
Yeah, it was
look
big.
back
Ouch.
at the demon. Can I still speak the languages I can speak?
Yes. Yeah, so the
Okay.
languages that you were able to speak originally. So, like, you could still speak, you said you knew Abyssal?
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah.
eat the D20.
You
So
can
I
still
don't
speak
know-
Abyssal.
I don't know if he speaks Abyssal, but I will still say, ignorant fool, fear her wrath, as I cast Phantasmal Force on him, and he needs to make, I think, an intelligence save.
Okay. What's the DC?
15.
Oh, that die decided to go around. Alright, he does not pass.
And I will create, in his mind,
Mhm.
a tear in reality where the Archfiend
No.
Zariel will appear out and begin attacking him. So if he does not move more than 5 feet away at the end of my turn, he will take 1d6 psychic damage each time he is within reach of this phantasm in his mind.
Okay. And I'm assuming that'll include this turn? Because you said at the end of your turn?
Each round on your turn, the phantasm can deal 1d6. I guess?
Yeah, I'd say that's fair. So go ahead and roll 1d6. You said psychic damage?
4.
4?
Yeah,
Okay.
psychic damage. And the creature can use its action to examine the phantasm with an investigation check against my spell save to see if it's real or not.
Okay.
Otherwise, anything he does to interact with it will be rationalized. Like, even if he tries to attack and it missed, he'll just assume he missed.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, so to Marco and Sifra, you kind of see Bit-Top sort of like act like he got hit by something, but there's nothing there. After Sedabin said some words in Abyssal that you don't understand because neither of you know Abyssal. So yeah. Back to the top, Sifra, it's your turn again.
So. Oh, okay. Do I want to grapple again, or do I want to just go for this guy because he's being kind of a cunt? I think because this guy's being an asshole, I'm gonna sort of tentatively just peek the head out of the skull, and once I've ascertained that this guy is not imminently about to fucking launch his shit at my head, I am gonna try and punch him.
Okay.
What I'm good at. Which is a 3d10 roll, a 3d20 rolls.
You have 3 attacks that you can use, but if you use Flurry of Blows, spend 1 key point, you can still have the 3 attacks, and that key point will heal you as part of the attack as well. So, if you want to get a bit of healing back.
I do probably need that. So how many times do I roll a d20 then?
So you just spend a key, so you've got 1 key point left now. You roll 3 d20, and then automatically heal yourself with one of your attacks.
I mean, I did hear once. I say read. I heard it in Crap Guide to D&D that key means tooth and tie. So I am going to use 1 key point and leave you with 1 poop point left. And then I roll the d20. How many times? Sorry, I already.
3 times.
3 times.
3 times. Okay. So that was a 14 plus
7, 21.
7, which is 21. Nat 1, 8. And 5.
12.
But wait, plus 7, did you say?
Yes.
Yes, that would be 12.
Is a 13.
5 plus 7.
It's a 12.
Okay, so what was the first one again?
I feel
21.
higher math, okay?
Okay, so the 21 hits, the natural 1 and the 12 do not hit.
Cool.
So roll 1d6 and add 4, and that'll the damage for the first one. And then also roll a d6 and add 3, and that's how much you heal by.
So damage is d6 plus 4, did you say?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a 9. And I heal by is just 1d6, yeah?
Plus 3. Plus your
3,
wisdom.
so 9. So that's up to 24.
9? Oh, so nice. You got max healing from that. That's pretty good. Alright, so yeah, you come up, sort of punch 3 times. That first hit is the only one that felt solid. But as you sort of hit, and you hit like the side of his abdomen, which is just covered in like this like hard scale mail. It's hard on your knuckles. And so it's like a bit painful when you punch. And he just kind of like shrugs it off.
So the first one hit, but it kind of hurt me, so I was like putting less effort into the second two. Because it was like, ooh, how?
Yeah.
And then
yeah. Alright, Marco, it's your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna cast 2 Eldritch Blasts on him
Okay.
now. So the first one is 15 plus 7, 22.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
And 13 plus 7, 20.
Yeah, both hit.
Cool. And because I'm in this form, he takes an additional 5 points of necrotic damage. So I got really confused then. I thought I did really well, but I realised one of the d10s is the one where it has it's like you multiplies it by 10, so I thought it was a 10. It's only a 1. So that's 9 plus 9 force damage and 5 necrotic damage, so 14 in total.
Okay, 14 in total. Got it. Yeah, so both of the blasts kind of hit him, leaving large bruise spots on his body. I definitely agree that it is underutilized. That's definitely fair.
it's a fantastic. It has so much punch because it's got all of those like hard consonants.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure.
And I think I know why it sounds so much harsher, because in an American accent, it's so much harder as a word. Like if you say it in a Scottish accent, it's just like you're just being a cunt, right? And it's a lot softer than it. Like if you say it in an American accent, it's cunt. It's got all the hard sounds, whereas in my accent, it's like you're being a cunt. It's not got the plosives, you know.
Let's see. I'm just looking for. Here it is. All right. Okay. So, Biff Toth. He holds his free hand out again, his left hand towards Marco, who was the one that that just hit him with those two Eldritch Blasts. And he says something in Abyssal which you cannot understand. But I'm going to need you to make a Charisma saving throw.
Oh no, it's the one I'm worst at.
And Shadowbin, I will tell you, since you can understand him, as he reaches his hand towards Marco, he's commanding him to grovel.
19.
19?
Oh, how is he commanding him to grovel?
With the spell command. So, 19 will save.
I give him the finger.
Sorry, Demon Daddy, not today. You've got a brat.
So, that's it for that. Shadowbin, it's your turn.
Alright. At the beginning of my turn, he's going to take another d6.
I thought it was the end of your turn.
Oh, well. Okay.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but...
It doesn't, but I mean, I'll roll later.
The second week in a row, I'm getting the finger from my plan.
Was it
in
me?
fact true. Yeah, what was the... Go ahead and tell me what that psychic damage was. Cause I
It
don't
was
think you're
6,
gonna kill
but
him. Okay.
no.
That's fine.
500 psychic damage. Does that hit? Does that kill? Huh?
Does that kill?
Does it?
It does not, in fact.
Dang.
It actually caused him to enter his second phase, where he transforms into a Terisk.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm
Before
joking.
that, I guess I'll hit him with 2 Eldritch Blasts. And you said you do have Agonizing Blast, so I add my
Yes.
Charisma.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. To the damage, right?
So if you
Okay.
hit with both of them, you get +8.
Yeah, and
Natural
Ian,
20.
too. All right, that definitely hits. It's a crit.
Okay. 13 plus 7, so non-natural 20. D10. Nope.
You said 13 plus 7. Okay, so yeah, a filthy 20.
Dirt,
and then
yes, absolutely disgusting 20.
the
Okay,
signature.
so for the first one, 7, and then double the 7, so 14 plus 4.
You've got to roll those d10s twice, boy.
Oh, you don't double that, you double the rolls. Okay.
Mhm.
So 13
Okay.
+8.
plus oh no. Just do I add double the
Yeah, because it's
The
2,
4?
each Eldritch Blast does.
No, that's for the first one. The first one was a crit.
It was a crit.
Oh, in that
So
case,
he's rolling
yeah.
twice for that.
Oh, my bad. In that case, yeah. It's up to Bravin, but I double the damage dice then. But that's up to you.
Yeah, so yeah, that you rolled twice, right?
Yeah, I rolled
so
twice.
it'd be that plus the what was it, plus 8?
Yeah, plus 8.
Okay, so how much is that?
Well, the first roll was a 7, so if we double the damage for the crit, it's 14. And then that
Oh,
would be
no, I
plus
meant
floor.
you rolled twice, right? I was
Yeah, I
doing,
rolled
like,
twice, like because I
two
hit
dice.
with both. Okay. So
I
the
was just
7
curious.
and the 6.
Okay, so
So
it's 13 plus 8, so it's 21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then for the second one, 5 plus 4. So
Okay.
9.
Alright, so that first hit, looks like you messed them up pretty bad. And the second one just kind of added insult to injury. But Bithroth is, starting to look pretty battered at this point. He's taking a lot of, blunt hits.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I can change what the phantasm does, but I'll still have it like be there, gooning on him. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Slashing.
Yeah. All right. So back to the top. Seafraud, it's your turn.
So I am just very confused over the body that I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Really?
Oh, we're talking about in-game.
I mean, 6 and half a dozen, really. So I'm kind of there being like, can I do it? Can I do anything else? I'm like, well, I know I can retreat into the shell, but I don't really want to do that because that's like a dickhead wuss move.
Mm-hmm.
So I am just gonna fucking go back in for a pummel. Does it change anything mechanically if one of the punches that I go for is a headbutt?
That's fine. Yeah, you can flavor it like that.
Cool. So I'm gonna go punch, wham.
Okay.
Just trying to just beat him in the head. I've lost one of my dice bags, and I think that my cat stole it.
Uh-oh.
He does that. Sometimes he'll just grab my dice bags and run away.
should we roll him up a character? Should we roll him up a character so he can join in?
I don't know. Do you need a chaotic evil character? Is my question.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for 3 again. So that is it a +7? Did you say?
Yep.
Interesting question. I don't think you'd be able to.
I don't think so either.
I don't think
Also,
you'd be able to do both.
I think
So 17, a 21, and an 18.
An 18? Okay. So your first hit does not land. Your second one does, and then your headbutt also does not land.
Okay.
you can spend your last key point if you want to either add extra damage or try and do a stunning strike. It's up to you. Or you don't have to use it at all.
Leave the key point. I'm gonna leave the poopy point for now.
Okay. So then do the 1d6 plus, what was it? What was the modifier, James?
What, for
For the punch.
a d6 plus 4?
Okay.
+4.
Yeah.
That's 8.
8. All right. Okay, so that second hit lands again. You get sort of like a similar effect where it almost feels like whenever you're hitting his flesh, it's like as hard as iron.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Must you chew on me?
All right, Marco, it's your turn.
Cool, I'm going to keep at it with the old Eldritch Blast, because I figure any fire attack I do in it is going to do sweet F or A. So 200 plus 17 plus 7, and 15 plus 7, so that's 22 and 24. They both hit, yeah?
22, yeah, 22 and 24 both hit. Dang, you're rolling super well.
It's my really awesome dice. That's
Yeah.
6 plus 8, so that's 14 plus 5, so that's 19 points of damage.
Okay.
And 5 of that is necrotic.
Got it. All right. Is that was that total or is that just the?
That's it.
Okay. Cool.
Are we gonna chill out?
All right. Yeah. So he's starting to look pretty rough at this point, and it's now his turn. He's going to look at. Well, you guys can't see it except for Sadobin, the sort of phantom-esque thing that's been created in his mind. But he's really hurting after all those Eldritch Blasts that you've been sending his way, Marco. So he is going to... Let's see...
Oh, can I ask a really quick question? Did I take out the guy in the last room? Did I give the final blow to them?
No, the guy in the last room was taken out pretty much exclusively by,
That's right, yeah. Yeah,
Seafraud.
just checking.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. He's going to fire 2 of those like fiery rays at you, both targeted towards you. That's a natural 20.
Uh-oh.
You dead.
And that is a 25.
Uh-oh. He's beefy. He's not that beefy. He's not.
Um.
How
let's
do you
see.
um?
I'm really sorry. This is gonna be a ton of damage. Let's see.
How do you feel like being a monk when we swap back? Just out of interest.
What type
Alright.
of damage is it? Is it fire damage?
It is fire damage.
Nah.
Okay, so let's see. So that is.
Because like I can get back to my body, but I feel like you might be a reptile, and I like they both lay eggs, so I feel like bird, like avian, reptile, kind of the same. Scales for feathers, kind of switch.
So it's going to be 22 fire damage for the first hit.
Yep.
13 for the second.
Which is...
So that would be 35 in total.
Well, I'm not down.
What if you all made Ninja Turtles? That would be pretty cool.
Oh, my body.
Alright, Setopin, it is your turn.
Watching him blast my body in such a brutal fashion,
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
I'm just gonna go off town for just 2 ticks. I need to check something.
You're good, you're good. Come on, Brandon, fuck him up.
I didn't want to use up the last spell, but I'm going to. I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Oh, okay. So that's a save, right?
Yeah.
That's a save.
Alright, what am I rolling against?
You're rolling against a 15 Wisdom save.
Wisdom, got it. That is 17. I'm sorry.
Frick. It's alright. Then I guess I don't have anything else to do, so I will mosey my way on in like a corner
Mm-hmm.
and just let the thing do another 6 damage to him.
Okay. So that's 6 psychic damage. Alright. He sort of had its back turned to where it was because he was focusing on Marco. Since he had been honestly taking a ton of damage from him. So he sort of gets like hit in the back and is like a bit surprised, almost as if he had like forgotten it was there, but then is reminded of it. Sifra, it is your turn again.
And it does feel like because all I'm doing is just like wailing on this guy with just rando muscle strength rather than anything particularly. It does feel like he's not paying super attention to me.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? I'm gonna keep going for the method that stops him from targeting me all that much. And go for another flurry of headbutts.
Okay.
If you use your the key point to do extra necrotic damage, that might get through his thick skin.
Yeah, you know what? If I hit, I'm gonna do that. Do I have to choose that now, or do I?
No,
do that?
when you hit, you can spend it.
Okay, cool. If I hit, I'm gonna do that. That would have +7. Did you say?
Yep.
That's a 19.
Okay, a 19 hits.
A 20.
That'll hit.
And a 20.
Alright, all 3 hit.
Cool. And so that's how many d6s?
Maybe
That's
3.
3d6.
For the
3, and then another one for the necrotic.
Yeah. So it's 3d6 plus
1d6
12.
necrotic.
Yeah, 3d6 plus 12, and then 1d6 plus 3 necrotic.
Okay.
So 3d6 plus 12. So that's
Yeah, we'll start with that.
6. 12 plus 12 is 24 regular damage.
Okay.
Plus, did you say plus how many necrotic?
1d6 plus 3.
1d6 plus 3. So that's 4 necrotic.
Alright. So you come up, and he hadn't, like you said, he hadn't been paying much attention to you up until this point. But you come up and you just bam, bam, bam 3 times. And that last hit, you hit him in the side of the jaw. And as you hit him, and as like your fist is sort of like going through the side of his head, and he's turning, you can see his eyes begin to roll back into his head. And he sort of goes with the momentum of your fist and collapses onto the ground.
So I suppose we can't ask him anymore what's going on.
He's
But
down for the
we
count.
can try and kill us.
Can I
I'll
walk
run over
forward?
to him and cast Spare the Dying in
No,
case
no.
he's
I walk forward and pick one of the crystals up from the bag that you said he had that was spilling out with the red crystals.
Okay. So as you walk forward, if you recall, I mentioned that there was the
Elf.
the elf, right? So as you walk forward and sort of like lean down, to pick up the crystals, you see a hand appear and put itself over top the crystals, and you look, and it turned out that the elf is actually still alive.
Thank God it didn't cast Fireball.
So he puts his hand on the crystals. And you sort of like seeing the hand, you look at him, and he looks up to you and smiles as the crystals suddenly shine with that bright, blinding light again.
If I end up in that elf's body, I'm going to be fuming.
So this time, when your vision returns, it takes a little bit longer. It takes a couple minutes this time. When it returns, you see that first of all, I'll say the 3 of you have all been returned to your bodies.
I'm gonna need to shower so much when we get out of here. Like, I'm gonna spend a straight 3 hours in the shower.
Nice.
I'm going to get a really big pizza.
So the crystals, the entire bag has shattered, and sort of the shards of crystals have spilled out over the floor. Looking at the elf, he no longer appears to be alive. And also, sort of looking around the room, you notice that Bithtoth has vanished. He's gone.
I sit down next to the elf and put a hand on him and just start praying.
Okay.
Sadly.
He's not alive at all, or he's just not conscious.
I mean, would you like to check?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you go up to his body, you sort of put a couple of fingers up against his neck, and you can tell there's no longer any pulse.
Okay.
I will also mention that where Bethtoth had previously been, like I said, he had disappeared. However, his spear-like weapon is still there, and there is also a sheet of paper where he had been laying.
What does a sheet of paper say?
Alright, so you pick it up and read it. And on this time, the note simply reads, "The experiments must continue. This Cambion body is strong, but I haven't been able to consistently recreate the conduction event to the point where I can conduct to other bodies at will. I can't let them find out what I've been using these crystals for, but I must continue at any cost." And it's once again signed Bithtoth.
Is there a door out the way?
Yes,
Oh,
and it is open. You can see sunlight pouring through from outside. It had not been open while you guys were fighting before.
I would like to take the spear if nobody else minds that I do that. Because I feel like my Sile court may be interested in this.
Okay. Yeah, so you can take the spear.
Marco is just kind of meditating, so doesn't notice or care. He's just real chill.
Okay.
I'll be the first one out the door. I'll take a step out.
Alright.
And then I'll follow and say, "Do you want to get some pizza?"
That'd be nice.
Oh, in the moment this game ends, I'm gonna tell you about the bit in the Aeneid that
Well, they eat pizza.
Yeah, about pizza.
Alright, so when you step out the door, you find yourself outside back into the open world once again, free and with your own bodies. You're currently the actual like rooms that you were in the mountains. And looking out, you're sort of like you're not very high up on the mountain, but you're not all the way at the base. But you can see not too far away you cliff sides where the ocean is crashing against. And then of course past that is the vast blue expanse of the sea.
Well, being a cat, I'm not super hype about the sea, but I'm glad about the land.
Yeah.
I love the sea.
I mean, unless you like want to go dive off the cliff, there's no reason for you to go in the water.
I'm just like, ugh, water. And start wandering down the mountain.
Okay. But yeah, so you guys like made it out with freedom, so that's pretty much the end of it.
Yay!
So congrats.
Oh,
Before I go, can I just quickly flurry of blows on Shifa? No, I'm joking.
Awesome. Yeah. Or well, I will. Before we finish, I will ask one more thing. Sifra, that spear that you picked up.
Yeah.
You can tell that there is that just from holding it, it feels warm in your hand. And it may have some magical properties if you'd like to try attune to it.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
fall for the trap.
I want to try to tune to it.
All right.
What's the
Oh,
saving
look
throw?
Look how happy he is. He's caught her.
You know, property in cats, okay?
That is fair.
All right. So you spend some time trying to attune to the spear, and as you do, you can feel the heat of it intensify over time. And it's the heat sort of like permeates your skin and starts to go through your veins, causing a decent amount of pain. So if you want, you can stop or you can continue.
I'm gonna continue.
All right. So you continue, and the pain gets increasingly worse over time. You see some blisters start to appear on your hand, and going up your arm as they start to form. And then after just a few more minutes, the pain starts to subside, but you now sort of have like this, like the internal pain starts to subside, but you now have like this painfully blistered hand. But with that, you finish attuning to it. So what it has, so we'll just call it Fifth Toth Spear, and let's see. So while you wield this, so it does. Let's see. So spear does 1d6 damage in one hand or 1d8 if two-handed, and this spear will also deal an extra 1d6 fire damage whenever you make a strike or throw it at someone.
And an extra 1d6 if it makes strike.
Yes. So it does an extra 1d6 damage. On top of that, while you have this spear on your person, you can understand, speak, read, and write Abyssal.
Nice.
Just
that.
one last point. As you were spending ages attuning to it, can I have just gone back into like the dungeon and tried to find like a plank of wood?
Okay. I will say there's not just like a plank of wood lying around, but if you'd like to, you can like try to pry like a piece of wood apart from a door.
Oh,
Yes,
we can
please.
get those people out.
Also, is it quite a snowy mountain? Did you say?
It's. I wouldn't say it's snowy. I mean, maybe if you were like up towards the peak, it was, but it's mostly just kind of like rocky. Oh, were you trying to sled?
I wanted to snowboard down
Oh, okay.
and do some sick tricks.
I mean, you could probably still get some traction on the stone.
Cool. I mean, I've probably got my skateboard with me somewhere.
Yeah, there you go. Make an acrobatics check.
I've got proficiency land vehicles, which I attributed to the.
All right, I'll allow that. You can any proficiency bonus.
Sadaban, do you wanna help me get these innocent bystanders out the cave whilst he's doing his stunts?
19.
All right.
Sadaban will look back and shake his head.
Sadabin, you're kind of looking at Marco, kind of like grinding on rocks, doing like kick flips and all other kinds of cool tricks on that
And then
wooden plank.
I shout, "Cowabunga, dudes!"
Are we just taking the very clear path that there was?
Yeah. Oh wait. So did you say were you going back in to get those people? Or?
I'd quite like to go in and get those people.
Okay. So going back to like the closet they were in, really, I guess for the sake of time, I'll say like they don't respond to anything you say or kind of do. They haven't changed at all since you last saw them. You can like grab one, and if you sort of like pull them and lead them along, they'll follow you and walk. But then when you let go, they'll just stay there. So you'd have to like kind of hold each one and bring them out one at a time or two at a time.
How many did you say there was?
In total, counting them, I'd say there's 9 different people in that closet.
I mean, I learned turning and guiding 2 days ago. So, the thing is, you take someone by the wrist and you guide them by the small of the back, and it works. And then you can kind of essentially curl with them.
All right. So yeah, doing that, you lead all 9 of them outside, and they're just kind of standing right outside in a small crowd, still kind of like completely unresponsive.
You know what? I'm just gonna take. You know what? I'm used to my family. I'm used to herding cats. Okay, like if these guys want to fuck off, I'm just gonna get these guys to the nearest human settlement or like sentient settlement. I don't know what part of the fucking country we're in. And then just be like, these guys probably need some kind of fixing, and just usher them in.
Say, Grossum had a good idea in chat. If you have rope on you, you can just tie it against their wrists and kind of lead them along like preschoolers.
Yeah, you know what? That works. That
Cool.
works.
All right, yeah. Take those to a bugbear camp. They eat well for weeks.
No, I am not feeding them to anybody.
I mean, I was planning on skateboarding to the nearest settlement and then bringing a group of people back to care for them, because I assume whichever the nearest settlement is where they've been lost from.
Okay. All right, yeah.
But
so
if I see a bugbear camp, I'll just tell them.
That's
No.
terrible.
I wouldn't.
No. That is not okay.
I just thought skateboarding there would be quicker.
Does.
All right. So yeah. You're taking sort of pulling along these 9 sort of like soulless people. You take them back to the nearest settlement, and that's the end of it. The
Yeah.
end. Nice tidy bow on top. You guys made it out in your own bodies. Congrats. None of you died.
Just about.
You're on 9 hit points, by the way, Brendan.
Yeah, I got a little scared when I rolled that nat 20. I got a little scared.
3 modifier to my constitution, so that was an extra 15 HP.
I think we all have like a D8 for our hit dice.
Yeah.
You just had the highest con.
Yeah, that was lucky. He was tough. Cambions are resistant to a lot of shit.
Yeah.
They're resistant to or actually, let me see. They are resistant to fire. They're also resistant to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. But you guys did well because they are not resistant to force damage.
Very few things are.
So yeah.
Thanks very much for that, Bravin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. I really had a ton of fun with that. So I guess we can move on to like final thoughts. So we'll go in the same order before James, if you would like to.
My
plug
final
your stream.
thoughts: be good to each other. Even in jest, sometimes words can hurt. And I feel if we put more love out into the world, we'll receive more love from those around. Wait, is this like final?
I feel targeted.
I was doing a Jerry Springer final thought here, but if you want to see more abuse aimed mostly at me, tune in to my stream Dragon Wheels 00, where we will be doing ridiculous one-shots. I think Nonny can't make it on Sunday, but we're going to be doing a little one-shot anyway, probably a superhero stupid one. I think...
I'll make it on Sunday because I'm going to be busy being
Exactly.
a nerd.
I think, same. But I think that we're playing Mutants and Masterminds, and I'm probably going to do it where they play themselves before they get their superpowers, and then there'll be an event where they get them, and they have to work out what their superpowers are whilst fighting supervillains, which I think will be really fun. So if you want to come and watch that, that's on Sunday, or Thursdays is where we play our Retroverse campaign.
There is just no advantage. But yeah, definitely go check out James there. I posted the link in chat, so you can all find those there. Give him a follow, show him some love and support, because he's great and fantastic, and has been a guest on my stream many, many times, which means the world to me.
Bravin, you listened to my final thought.
I did. Yeah, and thank you again for coming onto the show.
My pleasure. I love your stream, man. It's really good fun.
That means a lot. Brandon, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Just follow the channel. Bravin puts a lot of hard work into it, and it's pretty nice. It's great to watch every week until he changed the schedule, and I missed like 3 streams in a row, and I didn't know.
What do you mean? I used to change the schedule every week, and now that I have a consistent schedule, you
No,
can't
the
remember.
changing of the schedule was consistent for me. That's what I was used to.
Like, I finally have a stable schedule, and now you forget when it is.
I just don't know.
But thank you, that really does mean a lot.
Yeah.
And thanks again for playing. I'm super glad that you were able to make it today, because I know you're always busy with work and stuff like that. So it's always a pleasure when you actually have the free time.
Yep.
All right. And then last but certainly not least, our first-time guest, Nani, if you would like to give any final thoughts you have, and you can plug yourself as well.
That was so much fun. I always enjoy playing new sort of D&D stuff because I spent so much time at the beginning of my TTRPG time not playing D&D because I thought I hated it. And it turns out just hated the one module, like this one shitty level 1 module that I fucking hated, that everyone tried to play with me every day. 3 times I played this module, and it made me think I hated D&D. So now that I know that I actually enjoy playing D&D, I'm always hyped to play new games, and this was a lot of fun. And yeah, if people want to see what I'm doing, normally it's kind of more horror theater themed. You can find me at Nonnyplod on Twitter, which is the same as where I've been commenting on the chat, NONIPLOD. And I just kind of plug whatever I'm doing on there. And this weekend I'm going to be doing the Rural Gothic Queer Horror weekend. So yeah, if people want to check my Twitter, and I'll post all the links up there soon. And this was so much fun. Please invite me back.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. It was a ton of fun having you on. Again, thank you for coming on such short notice. I'll definitely be reaching out again when I need new players for future one-shots. Because it was a ton of fun having you on. It really was a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you DM me or something, I can give you an easier way to contact me if you need.
I think James gave me your number so I can
with permission.
With permission, yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, you did ask. You did ask. I do remember that.
Yeah, so I'll get in touch with you through that. Also, one last thing to the two of you. James, you already know that you're welcome to post your stuff in that channel I have on my Discord server. But Noni, I don't know if you have a Discord, but if you do, I have a Discord server you can join, and I have a channel in there specifically for guests to come and like post their stuff and promote.
Brilliant. Yes, I do have Discord. It is also Nonnyplod. So
Awesome.
I
Yeah.
am very consistent in my online branding.
That's good. Yeah, if you join my Discord server, there's a channel called Guest Hall. You can post all your links in there. You're definitely welcome to do that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Cool. Can somebody send me a link to that? Because I don't know how to look for a Discord group.
If you go to my Twitch channel, there's a link in like the bio of that.
Bobby. Awesome. I will do that.
Awesome. Yeah, and final thoughts from me, everyone, in the chat, thank you, I hope you really enjoyed, I definitely felt the love today from chat, it was super awesome, you guys were super lively today, the donos and the subs and the follows were all fantastic, I appreciate all of those, and I hope to see you all again sometime. If you don't know my schedule, I stream every Mondays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Mondays, it's just me, and I'm doing something D&D related, usually. And then Thursdays, I always have a brand new one-shot, just like this one, with some kind of special gimmick, or something, some fun little spin to it that I like to do to sort of like push the boundaries of what you can do with D&D. So I hope to see you at those streams. And yeah, that's the end of it. That's all we have for tonight. So I hope you all have a fantastic night, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.